Alright, guys. So, I guess Let's Talk is going to be a new part of my channel. So, let's talk. So, for most of you who have seen my last two videos, know that there's a lot going on. For those of you who don't, you don't have to watch them. It's fine. So, real talk. When somebody messes up in your life, you get mad at them. You get mad, you ignore them, you make them understand that you're mad, you move on, etc. When you are an adult, especially, you don't make it your life goal to torture them and mentally abuse them. You don't push someone trying to reach their breaking point. I don't care if your brother or your sister steals and breaks your favorite toy, or your sister steals your favorite pair of jeans, or your brother takes your skateboard. I'm so bad at examples. And then ultimately breaks them, rips them, etc., whatever. You'll be mad. Furious even. But you move on. Some people will get payback. Oh, you did to mine, I'll do to you. But you don't repeatedly do it, I guess. Again, I'm bad with using different things than what I intend. Your significant other cheats on you. People cheat. It does happen. You don't want to work it out. You don't want to fix it. You're mad. You don't talk to them. You ignore them. You cut them out of your life. You move on. You find a different person even. You don't spend your waking time trying to intentionally hurt them. You don't go to their job just so they have to see you. You don't post on their social media just so they have to see you. Things like that, I guess. That's a good example. And this whole thing stimulates from one of the issues I've been having. In a way that I messed up. I accept complete fault for the fact that I messed up. I messed up to a person who has, in the past 10 years or so, messed up quite a lot. And when they messed up, I dropped it. I let it go. I didn't talk to them. Great. Chances are they'll do it to me. It hurts to know that, because I didn't want that to happen ever again. Realistically, they're probably going to do it. The change to that is that this person who I wronged, and I know I messed up, and I admit the fact that I messed up, is now doing everything in their power, seemingly, and going beyond to attempt to make me miserable, torture me, and try to trigger me. Now, this isn't something that I myself came to the conclusion of by myself. I've talked to a couple people who know the situation on both sides. Not just one, not just mine, not just the other person's, both. I've talked to family. I've talked to a couple different people, and they ultimately were the ones who pointed out that what's being done is wrong and manipulative, and like my sister is, in her mind, the way it looks is that Alex is attempting to push me to self-harm worse, push me to seemingly to suicide. I didn't see it, but now I'm beginning to. At least the I want you to hurt. Like, I'm beginning to see this. And it's not working, honestly. Why? Because the moment that in my head I realized what you were doing, instead of crying and being upset at myself because I made a mistake, my mind went, why are you crying over someone who's obviously got more problems than you? Why do I say this? Because yes, admittedly, I have anxiety and depression and probably bipolar. That's been told to me from my stepmother growing up. Admittedly, I have these problems. I know I do. I know I will think I'm a burden on people, that I will be over emotional and over dramatic, and that no matter how calm I try to stay, inevitably, I'm going to be upset, I'm going to cry, and I'm going to feel things so much stronger than most people. And that's okay. That's what makes me me. That's what makes people want to be around me, is the fact that I'm empathetic and I try to be caring and understanding and compassionate. And that's who I am. But you're supposed to be kind and caring. You're supposed to be understanding and forgiving. You've made the choice to hurt, to increase anxiety and depression. You've chosen to be an ass. And no decent person could do what you're attempting to do. And involve others without them knowing the full story. And I'm not going to go on to that here. I'm not going to have 1,000+ people hear our drama. I'm not going to have 1,000+ people picking sides. I want to be known and understood. Someone once said that they'll do anything to try to figure out why I do what I do. For those of you who know who I'm talking about, the reason why most of this actually happened. The one person that I opened up to. You want to know why I do what I do? Because I question everything. I spent a lot of my life being beat and abused. There was no trust there. I spent a lot of my life having to fend for myself. If I needed to lie to make it, I would. Realistically, I'm not a good liar. There's always tells on that with me, like obvious ones. I'm not good at lying, but I digress. I've been raped. I have little trust in the world. Little faith in humanity, if you will. I don't open up to people. I don't let people in. I always want to help others. I am a light in their darkness while holding my own. And I've taken on everybody except for myself. So why do I do what I do? Fear and untrust. I have so much love to give. Sometimes it doesn't come across the right way. Or sometimes I give too much love. I may not always understand everything. I may make mistakes and think something that's one thing that's wrong. And I'll admit when I do that. But I will never intentionally try to hurt somebody. I came back to Oxford a few months ago, and I thought I would be happier here, but I have so many bad high school memories. For some of the people who are watching this, it's hard on me. Being back in Oxford, it's a place that I was not happy in. I had to kind of fend for myself. I had to observe the bad things that happened around me. But I was in high school. I couldn't get out. Being back, being in places remind me of happy memories with friends or the bad things that happened. This town is full of good and bad memories, but it seems like the bad are stronger. Like the hotel I'm staying at is right across the one that I got raped at. I can walk down the street to what's now 2nd and Charles, And that used to be Books A Million. And I'd sit there after school with my friends. I was dating a guy named Josh who, when I got out of school, he'd be there. And I would just tackle him so hard. Because I was glad to be out of school. I was glad to be away from everybody who didn't understand what I was going through. He would straighten my hair and give me a smile and remind me that the day is done. It's mine. That everything was okay. And it was, realistically. Because I was with the people who wanted to be around me. I was at Books A Million or even the mall with people who wanted to be around me, who wanted to be a part of my life. So I'd straighten my hair and put on a smile and I'd have fun. I'd try to have fun. Even if I didn't, I had people around me who tried. My senior year of high school, I ran away, took a Greyhound and left. There were always speculations to why, and I left because of a person, and that person knows why. And I didn't talk to that person for a couple years. And honestly, I kind of hope that's not what Alex is going to do to me, because I can't do a couple more years. Pot, meet, kettle. Anyway, I've came back and places are memories, and memories are emotions, especially now that my problems have gotten worse. I want someone that I can trust and open up to. I had a person and they betrayed that trust really bad. And I don't know if I can trust anybody else. There are deep personal things that I want to talk about, but I don't know if I can anymore. What they don't realize is talking to them was making me better. I guess they were taking on my problems, though, the way I had done with so many others, and I wasn't helping them, so it was very one-sided. I hate that. I didn't realize it, but I was doing what others had done to me, and talking about it and getting it off my chest was great, and I can't do that anymore. How do I know the next person isn't going to betray me and tell the world my darkest secrets? As I said in my last video, I'm taking time to help myself. I'm going to do what I need to do. And honestly, it's something that needs to be done. It's not a quick process, anything that I'm going through. But I have a good support system around me. Friday I get on a Greyhound. I'll make vlogs from the road. But Friday I get on a Greyhound to run from this place again. And you know what? I'm okay. I am okay with leaving. My dad, when he was younger, moved from place to place, went from Oxford to Atlanta, back to Oxford, to different states. My dad struggled at my age. He didn't have his life together. On top of that, not long, I came. And then it wasn't just him, it was me. I have no kids. I may struggle, but I'm doing it alone as an adult. No one's depending on me. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with struggling. That's part of the adventure. Going different states. I'm slowly seeing America. I live life like a gypsy, which is okay because this Italian girl would be a pretty gypsy. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the adventure. I'm okay with not knowing my future. Because right now the world is mine. It's mine to explore and mine to be around and it's mine to conquer. And guess what? I'm excited. I'm so excited to see where my future lands me. But I hope I have some of my friends with me. I hope that those I brought closest to me will stay with me or come back to me. I hope. And that's all I can do. But before I sign this video off, because I know it's been kind of random and sporadic, the real talks, when they're not planned, usually are. And unless they have a topic, they'll probably be sporadic. If someone wrongs you, don't make it your goal to hurt them. If you don't know someone's story, get to know them. Everybody has a story. If someone's doing something you disagree with, talk to them, not others. And most of all, do what you think is right. Right, but not hurting others. Because you don't know what people are going through. Your best friend, you still don't know what they're going through. Be a solution, not another problem. And if you make a mistake, own it, but don't be consumed by it. Thanks for watching. Let's talk. Part 3.